Hi everyone, my name is Melissa Bender and this is my workout of the day. Today I'm going to start by sitting on my mat. Well, actually I'm going to lay down and work my core first thing. So I want to get everything in my center nice and warm, get my back warmed up. So I'm going to lay on my back, lift my shoulder blades, stretch out my arms, stretch my legs, and I'm going to hold this. And as you can see, I'm shaking a little bit already because this is a nice effortful pose. My feet are just a couple inches above the ground. Shoulders stay up, but relaxed. They shouldn't be touching your ears at all. Breathe, and then slowly come up into boat pose, straightening your back and reaching your hands toward your toes. And if this is too difficult, you can do it with bent knees and reach toward your toes that way. And then we're going to go down, stretch out over my head. So I'm back into that starting position and holding. My core is pulled in tight and all of it's working hard. And back up. Hold. Back is nice and straight. One more time. Stretch it and hold. My core is getting nice and warm already. And lift, reach toward those toes with your back straight. Good. Okay, from here I'm going to lay back down. I'm going to lift my feet so they come into an L position. Now I'm going to bring my hands behind my head. Now I'm going to press my chest up toward the ceiling. Hold it there and release. Hold and release. Hold, release. Still moving. Breathing. One more time. Hold and release. All the way down. Now I'm going to lay my head down. My arms are going to come down next to my body on the floor. Heels press into the ground. And I'm going to lift and squeeze my butt. So my abs pull in. My butt is squeezed, my thighs are working, arms are relaxed on the floor next to my body, and I'm going to reach out with my right foot, tap the ground, lift, drop, lift. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch feet. So my left foot is reaching now. My heel taps, lift, drop. That's 1. 2. Press nice and high when you lift your hips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Okay, I'm going to bring my feet together. I'm going to pulse my hips, so I'm staying in this bridge position. And relax and squeeze. That's 1. 2. Squeeze and hold. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13, 14, 15, 5 more, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20. Lift and squeeze. My butt's going to relax back down. Once again, shoulder blades lift, legs stretch out, core pulls tight, hands come to my chest in prayer position, I'm going to tap my elbows to the top corners of my mat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 5 more, 26, 28, 29, and 30. I'm going to relax it back down, stretch my arms out, stretch my feet out, and I'm going to roll up, reach my fingers toward my toes. So wherever you can reach to is just fine, just as long as you feel a nice stretch. And then I'm going to slowly roll back down, one vertebrae at a time, core pulled in tight. That was 1. 2. Press your knees down into the ground and roll back down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. 1 more. 10. Relax back down. Once again, shoulder blades lift, legs come up, arms reach back, and I'm going to scissor my legs so my left foot goes down first, my heel slightly above the ground. I'm going to switch. That's 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, relax. Core should feel really nice and warm by now. So we're going to turn over onto our hands and come into a plank position, and we're going to hold it here for just a second. Breathing, making sure your body's aligned. No drooping butt, no lifted butt. Your back should form a nice straight line. Your core should pull in tight. You're going to hold and then slowly go into chaturanga, which is just like a push-up. You focus on keeping your elbows next to your rib cage. Hold, and then push up to up dog. So you went from on your toes to the tops of your toes, lifting to look at the ceiling, chest lifted, stretching out of your low back. So roll back onto your toes. Your butt goes up into down dog. And we're going to now bend our arms like we do in dive bombers and do up down dogs. So stretch it out, heels reach toward the floor, bend, and up. That's 1. Up, that's 2. Bend, and up, that's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9, one more, and 10. Okay, from here, we're going to go back into the plank position for just a second. We're going to step forward, our right knee, so we bring ourselves into pigeon pose. Both of your hips should be facing forward. Weight should be evenly distributed between both legs. You want to stretch here for a second, so put your hands on your hips, look up at the ceiling, just bring your body straight up and down. Breathe, relax your shoulders, and then slowly come forward as far as you comfortably can, so it could be here, or you could lay your head down on the ground, and breathe. Okay, so this stretch is really good for your hip flexors, which can get really tight if you do a lot of running or just people's postures. A lot of times will cause tight hip flexors. So if you can bend your back knee, reach behind you and grab it with either one hand or both. Bring that heel toward your butt. Really stretch your hip flexor. Try and keep yourself centered over your hips. I have a tendency to lean forward a little bit. And then what you're going to do is, while you're holding on, stretch that foot back just a little bit. Pull yourself up and backwards. So I was here. Now I'm pulling back just a little bit. I'm looking up at the ceiling. And relax that down. Okay, we're going to stay similar to this position, but we're going to straighten, well, bend our leg and put it underneath us. And then we're going to drop our knee down, lean forward into your hip, once again stretching your hip flexors. Look up at the ceiling. And then come down, straighten out your front leg and stretch. Looking toward your foot. And then come forward one more time. Hopefully you can come just a little bit further with your hips, really stretching everything in here. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So step back to your plank position. This time we're going to bring our left foot forward, step it down, allow your hips to relax toward the ground. Make sure your hips are squared, both hips facing forward. You don't want your hip to be open and facing out to the side wall. It should be nice and forward. Look up at the ceiling, hands on your hips. And then relax it forward as far as you comfortably can. Like I said, you can lay on the floor if you can and it's comfortable, but you don't have to. Relax and breathe here for a second. You should feel a really nice stretch in your whole IT band or the outside of your hip. Okay, and then I'm going to come up. I'm going to bend my back leg, reach and grab it, pulling my heel in toward my butt. And then I'm going to slowly stretch that foot backwards. Forward. I'm going to do it one more time on this side. Backward. Okay, relax it down. Bring yourself up so you can plant your left foot. Both hands touch the ground. Bring your knee down. Lean into your hips. Look up at the ceiling. Nice stretch here. And you're going to straighten your front leg. Drape yourself over it. Bring your head towards your ankle. Really stretch. And breathe. And one more time. Lean forward. Stretch. Hopefully bringing your hips just a tad bit further than you did the first time. Okay, come back into your plank position. Once again, down dog. Heel stretch toward the floor. Right leg is going to lift. And keeping your hips squared, so both hips pointing toward the ground, lift your butt, or lift your foot. 2, 3, 4. Keep the bottom foot pressing to the ground. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now open your hip, so your hip can open up to the side just a little bit, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Same thing on the other side. So stretch it out in down dog. Push those heels toward the ground. Lift your butt toward the ceiling. And push your palms downward. And then lift your left leg this time. Hips stay squared. Heel stays pressing. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and open your hip, lift it nice and wide. Still your bottom heel's pressing to the ground, and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Stretch it out. Step your right foot forward. We're going to come up so that our feet face in and come into goddess pose. Now, you want to press your knees outward, tuck your tailbone, hands come to your chest, and then once you're here, bring your chest up and backwards so you're really above your hips. You're going to hold and breathe. If you need to relax, just straighten out your legs and stand up for a minute. And I'm going to pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to step forward, turn my body to the right, and I'm going to bring my weight forward over my right foot, lift my foot up into a warrior one pose, stretching, and then I'm going to drop my right hand to the floor, open up that hip into half moon pose, left hand reaches toward the ceiling, and then if you can, turn your gaze, toward that hand. Whoop. Okay, I'm having a little trouble on this side today, so I'm going to keep my gaze on the floor. And then I'm going to switch to the other side. So I'm going to turn to face my left, bend forward, turn my hips to the floor, lift it up into warrior 3. Then I'm going to drop my hands to the floor, open up my top hip, so my knee is now facing sideways, lift my arm to the ceiling, turn my head to look up. If you can, you can lift your bottom hand up off the floor. Find your balance first though. Okay, and back down. My balance is off today. And I'm going into a wide leg stance. stretching my hips so my butt stretches back, my back comes nice and flat. I'm going to bring myself toward the floor. And you can do this at whatever level's comfortable. You don't have to have your feet this wide. If you can, reach your hands through your legs and stretch backwards. Good. Okay, I'm going to hop my feet together, stand, and I'm going to end with the sun salutation. So I'm going to come to the front of my mat, stretch both arms upward, look at the ceiling as I bend back, come up, exhale downward, as low as I comfortably can, come up with a flat back, step back with my left foot, and come into warrior one, hands come up, shoulders stay relaxed, my knees should be directly above my ankle, my weight is evenly distributed between both feet, my hands reach. I'm going to windmill my arms back down, plant them on the ground next to my foot, step back to plank pose, slowly chaturanga, and then push up to up dog, breathing, and then back to down dog, looking toward my belly button. Now I look forward, step forward with my left foot, weight comes evenly between both feet, hips are facing forward, arms reach, shoulders relax, looking up at the ceiling, breathing, windmill your arms down, plant them next to your foot, plank position, slow chaturanga, hold, keep yourself above the ground, and then up to up dog, down dog, look forward, feet can walk their way forward, feet come together, knees bend, going into chair, just a minute, reach down, forward fold, and then breathe all the way up, exhale down to center. That's the end of my practice today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. There are about 200 other free workouts on my blog, so be sure to check it out. If you're interested in getting free workouts, click the subscribe button on YouTube and on my blog, and you'll get updated every time I post something new. And I'll see you there, benderfitness.com.